Craig, you ready?
All right, guys.
Hey!
The gentleman out of the red corner, the bully out of the blue. I'm talking about Jones in the blue shorts. I'm talking about Vagner on top. And the bad guys always wear black. All right. Vagner Rocha, I'll tell you this much. There will be no point in this contest where Vagner Rocha wilts. There will be no point where he gets scared. There will be no point where he quits trying to beat Craig. I will tell you, if Craig Jones is touching your leg, you have problems. How big are those problems? It's a scale of 1 to 10. How big are they right now? They're at a 1. But if Craig Jones is touching your leg, deal with that problem and deal with it immediately. I think that is one thing that the great Vinny learned. I think that Vinny just didn't know. I think he was just in a spot where, man, I've been doing this a long time. I know everything you can do in these positions. Craig is doing things a little even now. I would really encourage that. Good job by Vagner. Look at that. I would have encouraged him to turn and pull away. He had another answer. Boy, Vagner's good. There's a reason he's got all these medals. Right there. See how Vagner respects the position immediately and goes to pull out? I realize that he got caught. What I'm talking about is the mentality of understanding this is a problem. Guys, notice Vagner's free leg. That would be his left one. Notice how he's using it to push off. That's how he creates the distance. Now he grabs the ankle. Vagner was not looking for a submission when he grabbed Craig's ankle, but he was looking to stop Craig. The guy's shaking hands for the hell is Craig always saying something this way for? Don't fall for that. This nice guy stuff is act. This guy's as vicious as they get. All right, Vagner coming down. Vagner dropped a straight arm right on Craig's face. Did anybody see that but me? Vagner knows exactly what the rules are. He knows exactly where that line is. And believe me when I tell you, he is going to walk it all night. Vagner's ready for these legs. I mean, Craig's ready to keep on coming in and attacking, but Vagner is, I mean, in all fairness, he is prepared for these positions. He's a very well-trained athlete. Works out with Gilbert Burns. All right, Craig looking to stretch him here. Craig looking for the heel. Vagner doing everything right, including keeping his knee where it should be. This is a tight position, but Vagner's doing it right. If Vagner's kneecap is facing the mat, he's safe. Now, it is not facing the mat right now. But by example, that is what you're working to get to. All right. Robert Drysdale watching the show told me I cannot wait for this main event. Ask him for a prediction. Drysdale, send me a prediction. Let's let the audience know this. Craig Jones back to us. I like to see Craig wrestle. Craig does not like to wrestle, but he's not half bad at it. This is what he likes to do. So he spends most of his time sitting down and looking to get you into half guard, even settling for guard. But again, right there, if Craig is touching your leg, deal with that problem right now. That is what Vagner is doing such a good job of. He's taking nothing for granted. He's willing to battle Craig and engage Craig, but he's also aware of Craig. Nobody does legs better than Craig Jones. Vagner, look at that. He got a problem, he deals with the problem. Sometimes that means you just put the tape and rewind and step out. All right, Drysdale gave his prediction. Robert Drysdale going with Craig Jones. Minute and 8 seconds left. Look, if you get out of regulation, everything changes, because when you do get into the overtime, Craig's greatest weapon is gone. Anybody that steps in there with him is wondering where's the nearest hospital, and do they know what an ACL tear is? You get into the overtime, you're talking about a different game. You're now talking about arm bars, and you're talking about back holds. I really like Vagner's approach here. I don't feel that he's being lazy at all. They're telling him something. They're telling the referee. Craig has pointed it out. I have the foggiest idea. So he's trying to say he's slippery. That could be true. That may not. I'm not going to perpetuate that rumor. That argument is not going to hold
10 seconds.
up. All right, that argument's not going to hold up once the match starts. A member of our production team
back to your corner.
is saying that Vagner said, no, I've just shaved my leg.
I'm just going to feel it.
Referee's going to check. No, referee says it's fair game. I'll tell you, a shaved leg, in all truth, a shaved leg after being sweaty,
It dried off my hand.
it's as slick as a slip and slide.
Here's what it is.
That does not mean there's a baby oil or a petroleum of any kind on there. I don't see any kind of a shine. I don't even mean to take this show in that direction, but should there have been any kind of an ointment applied, that would be cheating, and I do not want that to go around. The referee has touched it, the referee has decided, so therefore there is no cheating, just to clear that. Craig Jones coming under the chin. Vagner not showing any sense of urgency here. What is Vagner doing that he's not worried? I'd be worried as can be. Vagner's treating this like a day at the park. Now Craig coming under the arm. Should he be able to get a submission there would flat shock me. But he's looking for it. Vagner looking very, Vagner just not showing a sense of urgency. To me, this looks like a fairly urgent situation when Craig Jones is on your back and he's starting to get his hands together while around your neck. It just seems that would be a very dire situation. Vagner taps. All right, it was in there. There was more urgency that Vagner knew now. Vagner will have 1 minute and 37 seconds to tap Craig Jones.
To tap him, otherwise he wins.
If he doesn't, he loses.
Let him get whatever position he wants. Yeah, you can.
Vagner is known, guys, in this position. One of the things that Vagner loves to do as a distraction is he will take his hand, he will have it wide open with his fingers together, he will cover your mouth and your nose so you can't breathe, and then he'll just pull your head. He'll just pull your head either left or right to get a reaction. Don't forget how important reactions are. It's just like in boxing where somebody will feint a jab to then throw across, feint a jab to throw a jab. But they're getting a reaction from you. That's what a setup is. Vagner is great. People think that he's a dirty guy. I don't see him as dirty in the least. I see him as mean. But he does a lot of mean and aggressive techniques as his setups. Craig Jones knows the score here. Craig Jones knows all I got to do is protect my upper body. This is one situation I don't have to worry about the lower body. And he bought himself that right, which is different than anybody else we've seen this evening because he was able to get a finish, and right there. The reason you did not see the expiration of time is because there was a submission in the bottom half by Craig. All right, Craig is actually apologizing right there for the accusation.
Winner by submission, rear naked choke, and overtime round.
So that debate is now settled.
I'm sorry,
the reason
Craig Jones.
That Craig did not have to go the duration is because in the bottom part of the overtime, Craig secured a submission, which means the only way that they will go to the second stanza is if Vagner can secure